Good morning, everyone. I am at the gym, waiting for it to thin out. There's a time that I realized that you get your early morning people, and then round about between 8:30 and 9, it kind of thins out a little bit. And so that's what I need to do because I need to use some of the machines. And some of these guys on these machines, man, they just really sweat. They just sweat a lot on them, especially, the weight-bearing ones. And so I'm waiting until they leave because I'm going to have to really clean off the machines before I use them. But I'm going to do some cardio today too. But anyway, welcome to the channel. Please like, subscribe, and share, and comment because that really does help. I really want to get this channel out to more people. When I first started it and up until probably last week, I just didn't feel like I had much to give. And I think a lot of that comes from what I've been through. Going through I don't like to overuse the word trauma, but it is what it is. Losing so much physically, emotionally, having to fight, to not lose my mind, basically, and to want to continue life, because while everything is going on, this process has not been quick, and my strength level has gone down instead of increased after treatment. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing today. And yesterday, I got to a point, and I think it's when my heart starts to get overworked. I just felt like I wanted to I just felt like I wanted to just claw my skin just to try to feel better. The only way I can think of it is trying to get out of my skin. This feeling of, I need to escape out of my body so I can feel better. And that's the only way I can describe it. And I feel that way when certain parts of my body don't feel good. That's when I know I need to slow down. And yesterday my heart was, my heartbeats were they were throbbing. I could feel it in my neck. I could feel it in my chest, in my arms. And that's what happens when I am doing too much and it affects the part of my heart that is defective. I have been diagnosed with upper lobe, partial anomalous pulmonary venous return. And I've explained it in other videos. And if you know me, I've explained it to you. But I'm going to explain it for those who all don't know what that means. And I was born with this, but it has affected me all my life. I would get this feeling of not being able to breathe, this part of, just hurting and just extremely fatigued, which are all signs of this thing. And we just found it a couple of years ago. So now I know when that happens, that is not a good sign. What I used to do is just slow down and really take it easy. That was a good thing because what is happening is, the way that your lungs and your heart work together, one side, from your lungs, once the blood is purified, it goes through to your left ventricle, which pumps it throughout your body, and it comes back through the right ventricle to go up to the lungs to get purified again. And it's a constant system, and it works continuously, and it works pretty fast. Within seconds, it does this. The problem with me is it says upper left lobe. That means one of the veins in my upper left lobe, instead of going down because I think there's two veins that take the blood down and two that bring it back up. Instead of it going down to the left ventricle, it is connected to the right ventricle. So that means I have blood that's been purified, that half of it is going straight to the right ventricle. The problem is the right ventricle is already pumping up, getting blood pumped up from the left ventricle, to bring it back to the right side of the lung to be purified again. What happens is it's getting too much, and now it's getting this fresh blood going over with the blood that it needs to push up, so it gets overwhelmed, and it can be too much for it. And when I feel this way, it just really throbs, and now I know why, because it's just too much. And so I was reading about it again last night, because it's very rare. I mean, total, having both of them, I think it's total anomalous venous return is more common than the partial, and even that's rare. The total is rare, and this is even rarer, but that's what we've seen, and they've seen it on now like 5 or 6 CT scans now that they know what they're looking for. So now we have to watch it. Now, there are 2 rules of thought on fixing this. One of them is, don't do anything until you have to. Well, the until you have to means there's heart damage. Then it becomes a life-threatening situation. And that seems to be the mindset of the cardiologist that I have seen since then, since we found it. That's what he thinks. He's like, oh, well, your heart is pumping fine. He doesn't care about my symptoms, or he doesn't think that they mean that much. He thinks he incidentally found it. And I keep telling him, I've been having these symptoms all my life. So that's why I'm switching cardiologists. Now, what I'm going to go see is the congenital heart specialist. I was supposed to see one on the 7th, but my insurance, my type of insurance is not covered by this hospital, which is one of the top hospitals in the United States. They accept, because it's Baylor, Scott and White. They accept people who work for Baylor, Scott and White, which makes sense as to why my doctors keep sending me to those specialists at UT Medical Center in Dallas. That's why they keep sending me there, because they can go. But I can't go because I don't work at Baylor, Scott and White. So that's the only type of insurance with Baylor, Scott and White that they have a partnership with. So I have to find a new specialist and see what we can do, because it does bother me when I'm overtired. I mean, that is one of the reasons a lot of times I'm overtired, and that's today. So today is reset day. I'm just going to do some things, slow it down, and let my heart relax so that I'm not putting myself in danger. And that's, I talk about a lot of times having to watch a lot of things. This is one of the things I have to watch. Now, in order to fix this, I had a doctor explain this to me. It was a vascular doctor. They deal with veins and stuff. Because he saw, when they saw part of it, because they'd seen part of the thing and they didn't know exactly what it was. And it wasn't until later that they saw exactly what it was. And he dismissed it too. They would need a vascular surgeon, a pulmonary surgeon, and a cardiology surgeon to go in and do the surgery together to fix it. And it's a very major surgery. And I've been told that it is at least a 5-year recovery thing with this surgery. And they're concerned, because I'm already recovering from other things, what it may do to my body. But I'm thinking, okay, I've already got damage to my lungs, the bronchiectasis. What if the stress from my heart, this situation, has caused the issue with the lungs? So I may be already suffering from a chronic condition because of it. That's why I need to see this new specialist if I can figure out where to go. I may have to go the Austin route, and just try to find somebody. And that's what's so tiring too, is because I have all these doctors, but there's no urgency. And so, because they're not in my body, so I have to do the work to make sure we keep moving forward, no matter how tired I get, no matter how exhausted I get. I mean, when I'm exhausted with my situation, I have to continue to move forward so that things don't get worse. That's the only reason we found the lung situation is me pushing it. And the heart situation too. I've been looking for this since I started really having bad symptoms after my third child. And they just attributed it to childbirth because it was a rough pregnancy. She was born 2 months early. So they just attributed it to a lot of women have heart trouble from having babies. Well, that wasn't what it was at all. I've had it all my life. And I was telling them, I've been having these symptoms since I was a little girl. So you have to advocate for yourself. So this is where I am. Sorry, I'm having a hard time talking because I'll get through this. Yeah, so this is reset day. Letting my body rest. Figured out what I can do today. Slowing down. And I'm also very, very tired from my treatments. And now that I'm realizing that my heart is having trouble, now I understand why I just want to quit. I don't want to go to the physical therapist anymore. I don't want to go to the chiropractor anymore. She is straightening my ribs, and we're getting a lot of things situated. The hip of the left side has been straightened out with the right side, which it definitely needs it because it's been off track. But I don't want to do it anymore. But now it makes sense why I don't want to do it anymore. It's because of the heart situation flaring up. So that just means I just need to rest. But that's where I am today. This is more of what I struggle with more than anything. And it almost makes me want to cry because this is what slows me down. This is what makes me not be able to do a lot of the things I want to do. All of this. Trying to not overwhelm my body and make flare-ups even worse. But I'm going to do what I need to do. My physical therapist said even when I don't feel good, go to the gym, do what I can. He said a little bit is better than nothing. He said you just got to continue because it's helping your body. We're strengthening your body, especially that left side. We're strengthening it. And since it's a lifetime type thing, it's just something I've got to continue to do. So this is why I say all the time, have courage in trouble, have courage in pain. This is what I'm talking about, is these times. I want to quit. I want to just have a really good reason to not even care anymore in my mind. And that's where the courage comes in. I have to believe that I'm healed and this too shall pass. So that's it. I'm going to go work out. Gym is thinned out. So I encourage you to have courage in trouble. Have courage in pain. Because everything you do to move forward is not done in vain. Try not to cry. I don't want to go into the gym crying. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.